Welcome to tonight's special interview episode. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm thrilled about this one because we've got an incredible guest lined up and a surprise co host you won't believe. Joining me is none other than the Dhar Mann actress herself, Monica Mauro, who plays a lot of Karens in Dhar Mann. And you'll recognize her that way. And she's always brings the drama and never disappoints. But our spotlight guest this evening is actor Alex Christopher Jean, a rising star in the Dhar Mann universe. Since stepping into the scene in late 2024, Alex has carved out an impressive niche for himself. His performances, whether he's portraying a space alien dad to a mistreated orphan, or a heroic neighbor or misunderstood teen, are filled with emotional depth and authenticity that resonate deeply with audience. Recently, Alex wrapped filming Inhabited, taking on the role of Mario. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, that's just one lineup of memorable characters he portrayed. Here's a look at some standout appearances. He played Torl, a mistreated orphan finds his real parents, featuring the royalty family. Lackey, an elderly janitor mutilated by former employee. Young Matt, which you and me were discussing about the war veteran
Mhm.
and Kid on the Run, Saved by Hero Neighbor. Like you played the younger version of the elderly actor, so that was a good
Yes.
one. You remember that, Monica? Did you ever see that one?
Was it the? I You know what I just saw that he did? It was the one on the airplane when he
Oh,
told. Oh my gosh, I'm like cracking up. But I don't know, Christopher. Which one are you talking about? I just saw the one on the airplane. He was like a total Kevin.
Yeah. So in one called Kid on the Run, Saved by Hero Neighbor with Shantae and the elderly older man that Shantae doesn't like hanging around. Um,
I
Alex
don't think
plays
I
the
saw
young.
that one.
Alex plays the younger version of the older guy. He's like a military veteran. Really good job.
Was that with Shantae?
Yeah.
She's so pretty. Oh my gosh, she's a beauty. I want to do what I want to do. I have done a video with Shantae. Only one. It was a Thanksgiving video, and her kids stole my turkey and
But
called me an old lady. But they got in trouble. They couldn't eat Thanksgiving dinner. Shantae was so anyway. But I'd love. I just saw her on set the other day. I want to do another video with her. But no, I didn't see that one. I didn't see that one, Christopher.
yeah,
But
I'm
I
gonna
will look it
actually.
up.
Yeah, when I upload this episode, I'm gonna put all of Alex's episodes in there in the description, and that one will be in there. And also, Alex, you played Billy in Poor Couple Now Millionaire Influences, which is like featuring the Beverly Halls. Another one, Monica, that he did was Bud in Sexist Man Says Blonde Lady is a. Oh my goodness, that one. Like with Brittany Joyle, played like April
mhm.
Glass, and you didn't know she was a CEO, and then she kind of like she kind of fired your ass.
A little bit.
That was a good one. I don't
That was
know
very fun to work on.
how did that was like how was it working with Brittany? That must have been like a pretty good relationship with her, kind of like a acting relationship with her and stuff. You got along with her and everything.
Yeah, Brittany was a joy. She was true professional. Came to set, fully memorized, took time to run lines whenever we had a chance to, and was a lot of fun to play with on set, try different things out between takes. It was nice.
Yeah. Um, and you also played Chris in Security Accuses Poor Woman of Stealing.
Mhm.
Whoa, that was like I didn't like this guy.
Yeah, that one was tough.
Yeah. Was it a coincidence though that you played Chris, even though your name is Chris as well?
That's just my middle name. I don't usually go by
Yeah.
it too much. I mostly it's just Alex.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely just a coincidence.
That's like a little Easter egg there.
You scared me,
Yeah.
Christopher, because I just called him Alex. I'm like, wait a minute, his name's Chris. I thought it was
No, it's
Alex.
Alex Christopher Jean, but he doesn't use his middle name. It's Alex Jean, actually.
Yeah.
Phew.
Don't want to embarrass him there, though.
You're good. You're good.
Now, this is the episode I want to talk to you about. You played Oro, the hacker in Orphan Teen Hacker Saves thousands of lives with Monica's formidable FBI agent Valera.
Hmm.
That was an excellent one. I like
Is
that
this
one. I'm
what
going to talk
is?
about that one. And then
Are you?
finally, you played a gunman in From Broke to Millionaire Overnight. You said that you played with the the black guy. What's his name again? Tariq, I think you
His
said the
name's
name.
Tariq.
Tariq, yeah,
Tariq. Yeah,
that was a good one. Monica,
that was
Alex is
very
a
fun.
great actor. He's a great actor.
Thank you, Chris.
Can you hear Monica?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So with Alex, no matter the role, be it hacker, janitor, alien dad, he delivers heartfelt performances that are quickly made him a fan favorite. Definitely a fan favorite. And off screen, he brings that same energy, approachable, passion, full of heart. Look at that, Alex. Look at that. So today, I'm joined by my co-host, Dhar Mann actress herself, Monica Mauro, who is Karen in a lot of these Dhar Mann. She's really good. And special guest is Alex Jean. Okay, Alex, thank you that you're here. Really looking forward to speaking to you. Really, thank you so much for joining here, Monica.
You got
Alex,
it.
let's start from the beginning. What was your life growing up?
My life growing up, I was born and raised in Orange County, California. So getting to the beach as much as I could and all that sort of stuff. But from a very young age, I was very much fascinated and obsessed with movies, books, reading, anything that involved a story was very much my trajectory, my passion. I was one of those weird kids that had episodes of Inside the Actor's Studio on VHSs, and I would watch in my free time. So very much has been my interest for a long, long time. I was actually talking with my dad a couple days ago, and we were remembering a time when I was in the outfield of a baseball field in the middle of a game, and I just started crying.
Mm.
And my dad came out and said, "What the heck is going on? Are you all right?" And I said, "I don't want to do this anymore. I hate baseball. This is so boring." It's like, okay, we'll figure it out. Let's find something else. What do you want to do? I said, "I want to act." So I was lucky enough to have been able to say that to my parents and not only have them hear it and process it, but also support me
Mhm.
and find ways to help me continue doing that. So that's when I started doing children's theater and always keeping an eye out for different opportunities that I could do.
Yeah, was that your defining moment when you knew you wanted to pursue acting? Just the whole baseball episode, or was it just that you weren't really sure that's what you wanted to do?
I wish I could come up with a light bulb moment. As far back as I could remember, it was always watching a movie and going, I want to do that.
Mm.
Or watching a play and going, I have to do that. It was always something that just stuck out in my mind. And it was one of my favorite things and luckily still is to this day.
Are there any actors or actresses that you kind of wanted to measure up to, that you wanted to be like? Like I'm a big Jimmy Stewart fan. If I was an actor, I'd want to be like him, and I'd do the voice as well. Or Christopher Walken. Wow,
Yeah.
wow, and just you know.
I think there are so many that I
Mhm,
look up to and admire their work, and more that get added to the list every day that I'm watching
mhm.
something new. But one that really sticks in my mind is Bryan Cranston.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, very famous as Walter White in Breaking
Mhm,
Bad and Hal from Malcolm in the Middle. But
Mhm.
several years ago, I read his book. It's a memoir of sorts called A Life in Parts.
mhm,
And it's a book that I catch myself revisiting a lot. And not only do I respect the way that he is as an actor and,
mhm.
how skilled he is, but I do respect and appreciate how he is as a person and how he treats everyone on the cast and crew and people outside in his life. And things like that are really what I aspire to be like, someone who's not only good at their job, but is also a good person.
What was your mindset?
Truthfully, Chris, a lot of my upbringing as far as acting goes started off in the theater.
Mhm,
So I've had my time of performing for small audiences and bigger audiences alike. And some of the first few times that I've been on camera, the only people that I know that are seeing it right now are the three, four, five people that I see in the room.
mhm.
I'm not too concerned about that. I'm more focused on the scene at hand and trying to deliver a good performance. I truthfully did not know how big of an audience Starman had when I
Mhm.
first got the role of the alien dad that we were talking about, Toral, um, I said, "Oh, cool. I'll keep an eye out on this YouTube page and see if I can see it once it's uploaded." And I think I saw it a day or two after it was uploaded, and I said, "How many views does this have? Oh my gosh!" So it's a little bit of an adjustment to me to know that people are seeing it all over the world. It's really something incredible. I'm grateful for the opportunity.
Yeah, a lot of those episodes actually changed my life, and I've learned to treat people and everyone the same because you never know who they're going to be, right? Um, I had an experience at Walmart today. I accidentally touched the guy beside me. I actually touched his product, and he said, "Don't touch my stuff." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Did you hear me?" I said, "Don't touch." And I'm like, "Okay, we got a Kevin here." Okay, I'm walking away, you know. And so, yeah, I've learned not to say anything because you don't know who this guy is. He might be the one that ends your life. I don't know.
I think not only do we not know who this person is, we also don't know what they're dealing with. This is a 5-second window that we're seeing into their life in a crowded Walmart. Who knows what they're dealing with back at home? Or do they have family members that are
Hmm.
ill? Are they in a tough situation? So moments like that, I love the challenge of providing grace to everyone and saying, "Hey, we're all going through stuff. Have a better day."
Yeah, and if he was nicer about it, I would have paid for his products. But oh, well, he lost out. Well, hey, he lost out. But I was afraid to
Eh?
walk home because I thought he would stop his car and say, "Come here," and I'm like, "No." I don't like things like that happening. But anyway, so
No, no.
when you Alex, when you first got into Dhar Mann, so was the internet or a newspaper or someone mentioned it to you, or you just suddenly?
So it was on Actors Access.
Mm,
So I was scrolling looking for auditions, and the key thing that stuck out to me was blue eyes required. And I went, "Huh,
what?
I've got those. Send." And then I got a email back saying, "Hey, can you send in a tape?" I recorded the tape, sent it in, and was on set a few days later. So it was a pretty quick turnaround for me. And to me, it was just another job. I said, "Okay, cool. This is what I'm doing on Thursday." You know,
Alex, Alex, let me ask you a question. So, was your audition for the actual video that you did that Thursday?
it
Why?
was.
Why did you need blue eyes?
I think because we were supposed to be the parents of a kid, and I think they already had a few people cast, so
Mm,
they wanted to make sure they all looked like a family unit. That's my assumption.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
really? I got green eyes. My mother had brown eyes, and my father had like that. Makes no sense. Means I'm adopted?
Hey,
Oh
I
no!
just submitted for it, Chris. I don't know.
Let's get Dhar Mann on the phone right now.
There you go.
Sure, bring him here. Um, yeah. Before we forget, I want to actually ask you about your character Oro, the hacker from Orphan Teen Hacker Saves thousands of lives as Devin Wheatley, and that's a thrilling role. I love it. Um, and Monica, your FBI agent Valera, and Patrick McDermott's agent Nielsen. Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah, kicking
how
doors
did you immerse
in.
yourself? How did you immerse your part? Like, how did you immerse yourself in that part? Both of you. Like, how did it work out for both of you?
As Monica mentioned, I was very quiet on set, and I that is something I do tend to do, especially with some of the bigger scenes that we were working on together. I do kind of like to stay inward, make sure I'm focused on what I'm trying to do. And then one of my favorite things, if I have the time, is to create a small playlist of music that I feel either matches the vibe of the story, the very technical term of the vibe, or the themes that we're playing into, or the character itself, and I'll run myself through that playlist while I'm driving up or on set, and that always really helps me get into place. Yeah.
How much of Alex is in the character Oro in this episode?
Hmm. I mean, I think at the end of the day, there's a good chunk of me in every part that I play, I'd say. Because that's all I have to bring is my life experiences, my thoughts and my feelings, and going, okay, well, this is what this character is thinking and feeling or seeing. How would I get myself there? Okay, let's go through all of the given circumstances. What is the life like? Okay, this guy's been on the run. I've never been on the run, you know. So it's just a matter of putting myself in those circumstances, thinking about how I would react or how I would feel during that, and doing my best.
I can't wait till Monica's episode comes out in about a week or so. And you, Monica, remember you were telling me about how when you wanted to play like a Mexican law enforcement and how you had to talk to someone and some of the stories that they told you about that. Um, how about when you had to become just a regular FBI agent when you were working with Alex here? Did you have to
Yeah, I was
consult
just
one?
a regular, tough, badass FBI agent. Can I say ass on the show? Are you going to bleep me out? Okay, bad.
No,
I'm a
no.
bad. I'm a
I'll just
bad
go
butt
beep.
FBI agent.
Did you have to consult an FBI agent? And
Well,
um,
I played a DEA officer for surviving the cartel. I think that's what
yeah,
you're referring to.
yeah.
So that character kind of oozed over
Mhm,
into this character because I never and when I say this, there's no such thing as a small part. Even if you have one line, even if you're just present and you look at someone in a certain way, you are a part of that story. And
mhm,
so I had to. I was more. I was thinking more about my relationship with Patrick,
mhm,
the guy that played my partner,
mhm,
because there was a lot of like police partner dialogue in the van
mhm,
while we were scoping out Oro and finding out what's this guy doing? Why does he keep going in there? So, and I just figure she's not married. I was trying to pick, she's tough, but she's also a woman. So you know, she's logical. She's trying to figure things out. Whereas Patrick, he just wanted to like go in there and
mhm,
beat up Oro and go home and eat a sandwich,
mhm,
So I, I just thought for me, yes, I totally agree with Alex. You really do play part of yourself because there's always a part of you in every character, no matter if it's a Karen or if it's a
mhm,
mom or what have you. So playing this FBI agent was fun, and I was really watching Alex because I knew that he was the reason I'm going to be kicking a door down. He was the reason. So in holding, I'm kind of like looking at him through the makeup mirror. You didn't know this, Alex, but I was totally stalking you. And but I was watching him because I knew that he was in character somewhat. He was in his world. Like I didn't go up and make,
yeah,
usually on Dhar Mann, you see people before
mhm,
you're like, hey, it's a love fest. And then you kind of retreat to get prepared.
mhm.
But I could tell he was really into it. So I just was watching him through the mirror and thinking, this guy is so bad. And I'm going to kick that door down and I'm going to get him arrested. And he's not going to scare me just because I'm a woman. And, I just had this thing just playing in my head as I was watching him. And anyway, is that kind of funny, Alex? I was thinking about
I
this stuff
love
and
it.
you didn't even know it, right?
Not at all. I love it.
Did they fix that door so it was easy to kick down? You didn't really kick down a bolted door, did you?
Oh, yeah, I did.
You did?
Oh, yeah, I did. And you know what's funny? They were like on set going, okay, if the door doesn't come down, just walk over it. Just keep going. Just keep going. Don't stop. And I'm
Really?
thinking, this door is going down, guys. It was just a room full of guys saying, and I'm thinking, I'm going to kick that door down. I'm a pretty good kicker, and I did. I did kick it down. And but well, I don't want to give away. I don't want to give too much away on this, but yeah, I kicked the door down. Right, Alex?
Mhm.
Alex,
It went
you
down.
didn't.
It did go down.
Yeah, I did. But so many tries, so different camera angles. It was kind of interesting. Alex, so as Orwell, I think you pronounce it. As a hacker, you didn't have to go consult a hacker or go into the deep web to find one.
No, nothing quite like that. I did definitely look up some of the key terms and phrases that I was using that I wasn't too familiar with to make sure I at least looked like I knew what I was talking about. There's a funny moment on set, actually. The CVEs. Someone was like, "What does that mean?" I said, "Common vulnerabilities and exposures." I got you. So, luckily, we've got the internet at our hands. You can look up just about anything and get some quick knowledge on it.
Yeah, you were so good, so dark, and like evil. I'm like, I don't want to be talking to that guy, you know. But that was a good part. And how much of Alex you think was in that character? All of you? Half of you?
Let's go with half, just to be safe.
And what made Oro even more evil was that he's playing across from Devin Sweetley's character. And
Hmm.
Devin is so honestly sweet. His name like totally fits him. He is
Hmm.
very vulnerable. He's such a nice guy. And he brings that into all his characters. And so having that juxtaposition of Devin Sweetley with
Hmm.
Alex made Alex look even more villainous.
Good job. Good job. Can I ask if you do table reads? Like, do you sit around the table with all the ones that are going to be in the episode and just do table reads by reading the scripts like they do in other places?
I've never done a table read with
Mm.
Dhar Mann specifically. Usually you'll read through the scene if you're lucky before you start going for a take. But yeah, I don't know. Monica, have you ever done a table read with Dhar Mann?
No, not with Darman. No,
Yeah,
just but we do rehearsals. So we do. So
of course.
when your scene comes up, they take you actually on set to do the rehearsal, and then you go back to holding so they can set up the lights and set everything up. But you do get an opportunity to get some notes from the
Mhm.
director and maybe even a little bit of blocking.
Yeah, Alex, the movie Inhabited. I don't know if you can tell us anything about your role, Mario, but is that sort of similar to the types of characters you play in Darman, or is that a totally real part? You would think.
That's a bit of a departure. Truthfully, I'm not totally sure what I could talk about either.
Right.
I know that they're trying to submit it to some festivals and things of that sort.
Mhm.
So I wrapped that about a year ago in
Mm.
June, I'd say. And that one I'm really looking forward to seeing. It's about a group of Shakespearean actors that
Wow.
come to town for a festival, Shakespeare festival, and they get an Airbnb. They get into the house, and there's already some people living there. The house is already inhabited.
Wow.
So it kind of goes from there. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the final product on that one. That was a really good one to work on.
Is that the one? So I was looking. I'm stalking you, Alex, on social media, and you did a science fiction thing. I saw something about science.
So that one is the alien king that come. That's a Darman video, the science fiction one.
Oh,
This one's
whoa.
completely separate from Darman.
Oh,
That was
okay,
the first feature I ever worked on.
okay.
Yeah.
So I was speaking to another actor from the same um, YouTube series, Darman, and she said that she got the script a day before. Does that happen to you? Like you just get the script the day before and you have to memorize the whole thing one day?
Sometimes it does happen like that. I've gotten lucky and I've had maybe a week
Mm.
to prep for it, 3 4 days. The war flashback one, that was a 1 day turnaround, I
Wow.
believe. Toral was a 1 day turnaround. So there's definitely a few of them that, I had one. I'm looking at the call sheet. Oh, cool. I'm working with this gentleman the next day, and I get there and they go, oh no, they dropped out last night. This is the guy that's doing it. And I'm like,
Oh,
you just got the
wow.
script last night. Wow.
Really?
So lots of different things that can happen like that for sure.
Yeah. As young Matt, now I love the elderly actor that plays in all these Darman. He's a wonderful actor. And you played the young Matt, a war veteran and a kid on the run, saved by a hero neighbor. Um, we were discussing this before that you were a war veteran and you didn't
Mhm.
actually you weren't in service at all. You didn't have did you have to consult someone in the military or veteran or
Yeah, no, I have never been a part of the armed forces by any way, in any way. But I was telling Chris before we started, one of my good friends is Army National Guard, and
yeah.
so and his father's a police officer, and his whole family's been in that line of work
Mhm.
for a long time. So I reached out to him and said, "Hey, here's a quick little snippet of what I'm working on tomorrow. Any tips?" And so I just went through everything that I could possibly utilize in it. One of the things he suggested was use a lot of vulgar language, and in Dhar
Mm.
Mann, we don't do that. So I I realized that after a couple of takes where they said, cut, don't say that. I said, oh, sorry. So moments like that, you get a little carried away. But no, it was a quick reach out to a friend, and I did my best to process and apply whatever I could.
Yeah, you got to realize that playing a part in a military veteran. I mean, I know veterans who actually witnessed their own brother being shot right in front of them, and having to live through PTSD for like next 40, 50 years. That's a hard thing. So you're playing an actor character in this thing, and it's a totally different thing if you really were a veteran. So you did a good job on that. I really got to say that was great. That was great.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Um, you were talking about that sometimes you think that an actor's you're gonna be playing and acting with them, but then they change, like you just said, right? Um,
Mhm.
was when you were playing Bud in Sexist Man Says Blonde Lady is Dumb with Brittany Joyle, was she originally intended to be April Glass, or was it another actress?
I believe so. I believe she was on board. The gentleman that I was acting with, I forget his character's name, but Ricky was the actor's name. He told me, he's like, yeah, I just got this last night. So that was a quick turnaround for him. That's what he told me.
Wow, why didn't it wait like so like right at the last moment to give you scripts? Like,
I'm sure it's not intentional by any means. I think things just kind of come up, and one guy says, "Hey, I can do it," and then last minute to say, "Oh, I forgot I have to do this tomorrow instead." So it's the nature of the business. You just got to be able to roll with it.
are
Another
you
thing.
allowed? Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, Chris. I just wanted to say, for instance, something that's really hot right now in Los Angeles and I'm sure everywhere is what they call verticals. So,
Mhm.
verticals, you actually get the script the day you come on set. They give you your your maybe not every production company that does verticals, but I've done a couple, and one of them, I saw the people just they get their sides because they don't want people to see the storyline because there's so many people competing, with the storylines that they don't
Yeah.
want the scripts going out. So when you come on set, they'll probably bring you in a little earlier than they normally would, which you get in earlier anyway. And then there are people memorizing their lines, literally, a couple hours before they're actually going to start filming them. So it's not unheard of. And also, a lot of writers on set, if you do a series of some kind, the writer might change something, and you're memorizing lines like on the spot. So it's
Yeah.
actually a good thing. It does get a little bit stressful sometimes, but you can do it. Especially when you've got your actors there and running lines with you. You pick it up pretty quickly, right, Alex? I
Yeah.
mean,
I
yeah.
agree. Yeah.
Alex, did you have to say no to an episode because you were busy, or just it wasn't for me, or
I was just lucky enough to go on a vacation, and I had to turn down a couple of projects. I think three of them.
Mm.
I said, I'm so sorry, I'm not available. I'm going to be out of town. So I'll be back on the 11th, though. Looking forward to being back on set. So yeah,
Yeah,
definitely scheduling conflicts come up for sure.
that scene with Tariq, I think you played the gunman and from broke to millionaire overnight.
Give it a rest, Jack! There's nowhere else to go!
Must be scary for you.
Scary? Last time I checked, I'm the one holding the gun!
Maybe. Just because it seems like it's a dead end doesn't mean the person doesn't have a place to go. I don't give up that easy.
Just give up! It's over, man!
Says who? You? Not until I'm 6 feet deep!
How's a 100-story drop instead? You know what's coming next.
What was going through your head? You got a chance to do a scene like that, and that must have been amazing.
One of my favorite movies is Heat,
Hmm.
and I couldn't help but think Los Angeles rooftop gun. Oh my gosh, I'm doing Heat, it feels so surreal to be doing something like that. And that was a really cool shoot because it was a night shoot. So I don't think we started filming until about midnight. And so we had
Ooh.
blue screen behind us and fans on set and lights, and it felt like the ultimate production, one might say. So that one, it was a lot of fun.
Is Darman on set all the time or just only occasionally? Because I noticed that he's doing I think I told you, Monica, that Darman is sort of doing the Alfred Hitchcock cameos. You remember he was a cameo in every movie. So you see Darman behind being like, customer eating or something. I noticed that
That's
recently.
That's
funny.
hysterical. I gotta see that one. I've seen him a
No,
couple of
I've
times on
never.
set, but I go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, I've never met him. I haven't seen him on set myself, but there's so many different productions going on at one time. I wouldn't imagine you can be in everywhere, every place at once, you know?
No, but I've seen a lot of the episodes where he's actually in the background, or when someone at another table in the scene is throwing food, you see it land on
That's
his hair and he's taking
fantastic.
it, he's eating it, and it's really interesting. But
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
I'm glad he's actually part of his own show. But that was excellent being the gunman there. Wow, that's something you imagine if that's something you should probably play, like maybe a spy or something in a real
Hey,
movie.
sign me up. I would love to.
Yeah, it was excellent. You should watch that one, Monica. From
Yeah,
Broke to Millionaire Overnight. It was a great one.
wait a minute. Which one was it, Christopher? Which one are you
It was
talking about?
called. He played the gunman in From Broke to Millionaire Overnight with an actor named Tariq.
Oh,
Really,
that one. Yeah, that was a good one, wasn't
that
it?
was a good one. Yeah,
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
fun.
Raphael. Raphael was in that. Have you worked with
yeah.
Raphael, Alex?
Not that I know of. It's
Okay.
possible though.
Well,
That
you,
was a 1 day shoot for me, so it was quick.
Yeah.
no, that was a super awesome episode. Yes, for sure, for sure. I
So
love that one.
when you played the FBI agent Monica and Alex played the hacker, did you like converse together and say, oh, "This is what I'm going to do. This is what I want you to do. You have to do it." You just did it.
Just did it. And
I know you and I
and I
held
wanted to
some
add
intense
lines.
eye contact.
I wanted to add a line. There's a line. There's a space where Alex gets arrested. Where we come in the room where guns are
Yeah.
blazing. Well, what they're not blazing, but they're up, right? And there was no line, no. And I gave Alex just this really dirty look, like, oh my gosh, I got you, dude. And sometimes you get to improv, and
Yeah.
till this day, I regret not saying something like, you dirty, filthy rat, or something, But I told my husband, I said, I should have said something. I should have said something, but I did give him the look like, gotcha, as he's shamefully being dragged out the door.
I was framed. I did nothing wrong.
Yeah, you felt that stare, right? Right,
Oh
Oro?
yeah. Oh yeah.
You do know, Alex, if you do a history of, if you do a research on Kevin Mitnick and what he did to the military computers and how he was arrested for stealing secrets, but he's only in jail for 6 years. And if you read on, you'll know that after he was released, the FBI hired him to
Oh,
to help with hackers to help them figure out how they do it. So yeah,
huh.
but sometimes you end up
Almost
behind bars.
reminded me of Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah,
Mm.
yes, that's right. I remember that one. That's with Leonardo DiCaprio. That was a good one. I like that one.
Mhm.
And I think Tom Hanks was in that one. I believe. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
DiCaprio,
like that
Tom
movie.
Hanks, Christopher Walken.
Yeah. Do you, Monica and Alex, have any behind the scenes or favorite moments from that episode as Aura and Valera?
You go first, Alex.
I mean, I think one of the most eventful ones would definitely be the door coming down. That was a very high energy day on set. There, 4 or 5 cameras set up all around where the door's gonna fall and prepping for that. And that was a really, really fun experience. I'd say that's gotta stand out for me.
There was a lot of people, more people than usual in the room, because I think there was concern. I don't think they wanted to make sure no one got hurt. They're
Mhm.
very careful. Darman, they dot their I's, they cross their T's. There's always a safety meeting before. every video that you do each day, actually. So I think there was concern, they just didn't want, and they also didn't want the whole set to come down. And, so there was concern. So it's more people than usual there. And I swear they were probably thinking this door is not going to come down. She's not going to be able to kick it down. And, they were trying to be very cool about it. And, but yeah, the door came down. And the director on that, his name is Mike. And Mike gets some really heavy duty videos. He gets the long 29 scene videos. And he is just, to me, I think for me, he's known for his camera angles. He wants to get every single angle. So he was actually up on it, filming down. He wanted every single angle of this door. And I was hoping they would do the over the door shot, which they did use. And so that was really great. I'm very happy. It looked fantastic. Really did.
I can imagine IJ Skimeka and Nana J as well around that. Were they around the same when you? I think Devin was in the room when you broke the door down, but was IJ Skimeka in the same scene? I mean, or around the same scene as well?
She was hanging out.
She was on set that day.
Yeah, she was. I think she was actually sitting there watching off to the side.
She may have been. Yeah.
She's great, by the way. I love her. She's a personal friend of mine. I just love IJ. She's great. You should get IJ on the show.
Yeah, she actually did a good episode with Colleen Bowling. That was a good one as well. She does really well. She does a great Karen as well.
Is that the one where she's working in the store and Colleen tries to get her fired? Oh my gosh. We saw that one together.
And not realizing Alicia Conrad was actually the CEO of the home place that she worked at and fired her ass. That was quite like that. That's a great one.
Yeah.
I loved it. Yeah. So, Alex, well, what character you played has challenged you most emotionally?
Emotionally, I think putting myself in the mindset for young Matt for that war flashback, considering the emotional repercussions of shooting anyone, but accidentally shooting the father of a young girl that's coming out, and I'm watching her grieve. I think that one was probably the toughest. I mean, I've definitely made decisions in my life that I immediately go, oh, shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
But never to the extent of taking someone's life, and to put yourself in that mindset was, I'd say, probably one of the more taxing days.
Yeah, and that's how you prepare for roles that deal with intense, sensitive topics. And then, but you're going to remember that scene. But you never know. Someone might actually see that and say, he'd be good for our big war drama. Let's contact him. So you never know. That might help you get that part of some. But that's
Absolutely. No, I think one of my favorite things about acting is the ability to take something from each project you do. Any sort of little lesson, there's always something you're going to learn, whether it's pertaining to acting, how to behave on set, how to work with others. Things like that are very, very important, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to get those lessons.
What if there's someone that you don't want to work with? How do you say no in a nice way?
You don't.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's all about what you bring to it. If someone's doing something that you're, oh God, this person's driving me crazy. No, they're not. They're not driving me crazy. We're working. We're here. We're making a movie. I've worked so many different jobs in my life that to be in an air conditioned building doing what I love, I'll get through the day just fine. You know what I mean?
Alex, I don't know. Oh, I remember, Monica, you told me that you were recognized in public. Remember, by somebody goes on and say, are you from Dhar Mann? Remember? Alex, has anybody ever recognized you from Dhar Mann? Because I'm asking you this. It's because I had Vanessa Nottingham on my program some months ago, and she plays a really good mean girl. I haven't seen any of her episodes, but she was talking about a story how she was in the store with her father, and she was arguing with him. At the same time, someone said, I knew it. You're a mean girl in real life. I knew it.
Oh my
It was just bad timing. Bad timing, Bad timing.
Oh my goodness.
You don't
No, I've
understand. I'm
not had
nice.
that happen. No, I've not had
That's
that happen
crazy.
yet, luckily.
But have you ever actually been recognized as a Dhar Mann actor, or was it just like, I'm glad nobody recognizes me?
No, no one's ever picked me out of the store or anything like that yet. So time will tell.
Oh, they will. They
Yeah, I know your
will.
stories, Monica. Those were funny. Um, Alex, you're what do you enjoy doing when you're not acting? There's got to be other things that you enjoy besides non-acting and not part of it.
Oh my goodness. I love getting outside whenever I can, getting some sunshine, going for hikes. I'm lucky enough to live close to the beach so I can get down and
Mm.
watch the sunset. Things like that I really enjoy, but honestly, I'm a reality TV junkie.
Really?
I think that's probably one of my guiltiest pleasures. I've delved into some of the Housewives franchises and
Ooh,
some other shows of that sort. I love it. I don't know what it is.
really? You like reality
Oh
shows
yeah.
like Survivor and stuff?
Oh yeah. I grew up watching Survivor.
What about America's Got Talent? You like that? That's
No,
sort of
I watched a
reality,
little
isn't it?
bit of American Idol when I was younger, but I
Oh,
never really got into America's Got Talent. No.
yeah. Like I watched Bachelorette and Bachelor a few times, but I don't like sitting and watching Big Brother because I think it's all scripted. I think it's scripted.
You know, there's always one of those moments you're like, is this real? I don't
Yeah.
know.
I like all the murder shows. I'm obsessed with
Oh
that.
yeah.
You know, my father was a killer. My mom was dating a killer. You know, what it's like to be a killer. I mean, I just am so obsessed with criminology. I like those shows. I guess those are
It's
kind of reality.
fascinating.
Yeah,
Do you
it
like
is
the one with
that.
Steve? You like the one of Steve Martin called "Murders in the Building" or something? There's a new one out there.
Oh, Murder in the Building.
Oh, Only Murders in the Building. That's a great
Only,
show.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
funny.
Steve Martin is really good too. Like he's a great banjo player, but he started off like a really good actor in Saturday Night Live. But he's really good.
I
Um,
listened to his Let's Get Small album
yeah.
probably at too young of an age, and I loved it. That was one of my first big exposures to stand-up comedy, and I loved the way that he did things. I thought he's hilarious.
Monica, you should check out that show, Only Murders in the Building with Steve Martin, and I think Martin Short's in that, but it's really good.
Oh my
It's a
gosh,
really
what a
good
duo,
premise.
right? What a
Yeah.
comedy duo. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up with Steve Martin on SNL. You know, when he used to have the
Oh,
arrow
wonderful.
through his head playing the banjo. Like people don't know that about Steve Martin, but that's how he kind of
Oh
started,
yeah.
right? An SNL
Exactly.
arrow through his head. Oh my gosh! And
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Martin Short. They're crazy. I love them.
Alex, did you ever think comedy was something you could do?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely I started doing musical theater when I was younger, so I've done a lot of comedic things and a lot of dramatic things. I love both of them, honestly. I would love to do some more comedic stuff, but I think even in drama, there's some funny moments that you can find as well.
So you
Yeah,
sing? Do you sing? Do you sing? I'm totally
I'm
taking
picking
over
up
your
singing
show.
again. I
Sorry,
took some
Christopher.
time off, so I'm getting back into it slowly but surely. But yeah, no, I do love singing. I gotta close my windows before I take a shower because I'm just belting it out.
Alex, you know your vocal range? Like, are you a tenor or just you
More of a baritone.
baritone? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Is that something you'd want to actually like release some albums as a baritone, sing
Hey,
some
I'm open to
areas?
anything. That'd be
Really
awesome.
nice.
Yeah.
I'd be the first one to buy your albums because I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'll be
Well, I
the
know who to
second.
send it to.
Thank you. Thank you. How do you stay grounded with the growing attention from fans?
I mean, I still got a day job. I've got responsibilities outside of acting, so it's pretty simple to stay grounded. I gotta go to work each day like everyone else and keep the dream alive. You know what I mean?
Do you have any times when you're doing whatever and you're thinking, "Wow, this would make a great Dhar Mann episode. I should ask him. I should talk to him. Let's get this script going." You know?
No, I haven't had any moments like that. I do some writing on my own
Hmm.
for projects that I would like to get going on my own as well. So definitely a lot of I heard the term actor eyes one time and I was like, that's exactly what it is. It's you're looking out for human behavior and for relationships and storylines and
Yeah.
your my brain's always working on things like that.
What is the one thing people would be surprised to learn about you, Alex?
Hmm. I was in the background of Santa Claus 3 when I was in fourth grade. So you
Really?
can see a young Alex in the bakery scenes.
Wow.
That was one
And
of the
you
first big things I ever got to go on set for, and I was a little bit of a menace because I was so excited to be there. I was going around, "Hi, my name's Alex. Nice to meet you." Just trying to meet everyone I possibly could. So I remember going up and talking to Martin Short and Tim Allen and Peter Boyle and Anne
really
Margaret. I
Peter
just was a little
Boyle?
bit of
Oh
a
man,
fearless
Peter
child, and
Boyle.
I
Oh
went up whenever
wow.
I could and started talking to them. So lots of good memories from that.
Peter Boyle. Wow, what a legend. But Tim Allen,
Luckily
yeah, I
enough,
heard.
Young
just before he
Frankenstein.
passed, I
Yeah.
remember being in the car and hearing it on the radio maybe 2, 3 months after I had finished doing that. I heard that he had passed away, and I was like, "Wow, I can't believe that."
Wow.
He's timeless.
Tim Allen. Is Tim Allen like the same you would see in like when you meet Tim Allen, what was your thoughts? Like uh
You know, the older I get, the more grace I give because I don't know how I would respond to being approached by a bunch of kids when I'm just trying to do my job. So I think I might have picked an inopportune moment to approach the gentleman. So I don't know if I made the best impression.
yeah, well, back in 1986, I happened to be in Toronto visiting my brother, and guess who I bumped into? Martin Sheen when he was filming The Believers. And
Wow.
I had a picture taken of him and I together. I'm 21 and he's like 45, and it's like an excellent photo. I love it. I still have it. It's great.
I was
And
lucky enough to meet Martin Sheen about a year ago at a Meals on Wheels charity event.
oh,
And
nice.
I gotta say, he was just one of the nicest gentlemen I've ever met.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to show it, but I'll probably show it later. But yeah, that's great. Martin Sheen. Yeah, I think that when people say who's the celebrity you've ever met, I'd say Martin Sheen because I haven't met anybody after that.
Okay, that's a good one to meet. President Bartlett.
Yeah, I know. Excellent. Yeah. Um, so before you step on the set, are there any rituals or habits that you do before?
Learn your lines. Most important ritual. No, I'm going over the script, and like I said, depending on what kind of project I'm working on, I do love throwing together a playlist. I love music. I'm listening
Mhm.
to all different sorts of genres, so I'll have a bunch of different stuff playing. I drive up to LA from Orange County, so usually it's about an
Mhm.
hour drive at least. So I've got a lot of time to listen and think.
Who's your go-to song? The one that gets you in the mood for going and acting at Dhar Mann episode?
Oh goodness. I think maybe I by Kendrick Lamar. That's one of my favorite songs.
Wow.
I love a little bit of Chapel Roan as well.
Oh,
My
really?
tastes are all over the place. Yeah.
You like any old groups like Pink Floyd or Supertramp or Led Zeppelin?
Oh yeah. I got a record collection that I'm looking at right over there. I stole a bunch of my dad's records. He saw me walking out of the garage and he goes, "Where are you going with those?" I said, "Do you have a record player?" He goes, "Well, no." And I go, "I do. They're going to a good home, I promise." So
Nice.
I
That's
took a bunch
awesome.
of my dad's old original records from like the 70s and 80s, and I love all that sort of stuff for sure.
So
Led Zeppelin, probably one of my favorites.
what makes working at Dhar Mann Studios unique compared to other sets?
I mean, aside from the professionalism, I know I was not sure what to expect when I first got on there, but they genuinely do care about the time that it takes to
Mm.
do one of these things. So they try and keep you on a schedule and get moving quickly. And I'm sure Monica can relate to this. It's nice to just get some real footage relatively quickly as well. Some projects there's a few projects I did maybe 3 years ago. I'm still waiting on footage from it, and I
Really?
haven't gotten it. So I'm lucky enough to be, I wouldn't say a machine, but a well-operated system that is getting footage out quickly and accessibly. So
They are a well-oiled machine in almost every
they
respect, and yeah, and they're nice. That,
so kind. I
they're
haven't had a bad
super nice.
experience on set once. Everyone's been so kind.
Always kind. Yeah.
Do you have, let's say you're working with one of the actors and you don't remember your line? Can they provide you one by mouthing it to you or something? Or
I feel like usually we tend to avoid that if at all possible, but sometimes you do have to call line or um, someone else will give it to you. But yeah, I've had a few of those moments myself on both sides of it.
Do you
Sometimes
still
you
get
just blank.
nervous? Oh, what was that, Monica?
No, I just said sometimes you just blank and you can sometimes improv your way out of it and they go with it,
Yeah,
but sometimes you're just completely stuck and you just go, I forgot my line. And it's not a big deal. I mean, it's not a big deal. But
keep it
yeah.
moving.
Or you just start rambling and everyone just starts laughing.
I've seen videos where they have blooper videos, and some of the episodes of these TV shows and movies they kept the bloopers in because they were the best. Remember the Dick Van Dyke Show?
Yeah.
Remember when he trips over in the beginning sequence? That wasn't
Uh-huh.
planned. That was a blooper, and they decided it was so good they kept it in.
Wow.
Yeah.
The
So
one that
stuff like
I
that.
just watched recently was the Birdcage with Robin Williams, and there's a scene where he's slipping around and falling in the kitchen, and those were all not supposed to happen, and they kept it
Yeah.
in. I love moments like that.
Yeah. Now, Alex, talking about footage that you're still waiting to see, did you know that they just recently released a Jerry Lewis film that he did like 60 years ago? They just released it. So
No, I
there
wasn't
you
aware
go.
of that.
Yeah. So there's still
I
films
thought I
out
was
there.
waiting a long time.
Yeah. There's still films out there that haven't even been edited and already released, or they just say we're not releasing this because of something that happened in the world today. Back then, we didn't have to worry about it, but now it's happening. We can't release it, stuff like that. So,
Wow, no, I wasn't
yeah.
aware of that. That's
Yeah.
fascinating.
It happens. How do you, when you were at the, when you first applied for Darman roles, how do you feel about the impact that Darman videos have on viewers? Like you see 15 million views, 2 million views. I saw one the other day, 25 million views that was done like 2 years ago.
Wow.
Like, how do you feel about that?
I think it's incredible. I mean, I've yet to do anything on the scale of Darman, knowing that there are 15,000 pairs of eyes watching something that I was a part of. It's incredible. I'm grateful to be a part of it, and I'm looking forward to making more, and especially that it's a good message and it's accessible, especially with like streaming services. It seems like there's a price hike every single day,
Hmm.
but everyone has access to YouTube. And I love that it's positive storytelling going out there.
Well, no, Monica, you said you don't mind playing a lot of Karens. It's not like you have to say, you can't say no, you have to play them. But Alex, um, do you like playing the villain, or would you prefer to play a good guy all the time?
I think some of the bad guys are the most fun to play. And I'm sure Monica can attest to that as well. It's nice to I like to say I'm a fairly nice guy when I'm not acting. So when
Hmm.
I am acting, it's nice to do something different from what I would normally do, no matter how terrible it might be sometimes.
Yeah.
Alex, I got to kick over an elote cart
Get
recently.
out,
Yeah, I got to kick. So I'm thinking, and I look over at one of the actors and said, "Who gets to do this?
right?
I do. I mean, I'm a
And they
grown
give
up.
us lunch.
I'm a grown up, and I get to kick stuff over and spill stuff and spit stuff out. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
You are
Oh,
so
that's
good at these
fantastic.
Karens. Amazing. And some of the parts where you play a good character is really amazing. You really immerse yourself in that character. You, Alex, you did the same thing. It's amazing what you can do. I hope you get to play some good guys at once, like someone who rescues someone, or like seeing you villain. It's like, I don't want to be meeting this guy. I'm glad that you're not the guy at Walmart the other day. I'd be like, no, okay.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah. Are there any fan messages that really stuck with you?
I haven't gotten any fan messages yet.
Mm.
I have seen a few YouTube comments that you gotta laugh at sometimes. But no fan messages at this point. No.
Alex, I just got called Miss Big Ears.
Oh, look at that.
It was one of my Karen characters, and they said, "Well, Miss Big Ears can just blah blah blah," and we were laughing so
Yeah.
hard, my husband and
You
I
gotta
just like,
laugh.
you gotta laugh, you have to
Oh,
laugh.
absolutely.
Oh yeah, I'm like saying, come on, it's not the real character. This is an acting. You know what acting means? So unless you're caught like Vanessa being mean to her father at the wrong moment,
Yeah, bad
Christopher
timing, like you said.
yeah,
Christopher came to my rescue. Christopher actually responded to one of the comments. You were
I
so
did, and they
sweet,
said no,
Christopher.
she's not like this at all. Trust me. Okay, I know her very well, and no, she's not. Yeah, I rescued her from that. It's not.
That
It
was
was.
You're
very
getting
sweet.
It,
into fights in the comment section, Chris. You got to be careful.
you should hire me to be your commenter, Monica. But
Side
yeah, I
hustle.
rescued her because they were mean comments. You can't do that. Come on, she's just her character. Why you mean? Oh, I know what I would do to her. I mean, like, come on, it's acting.
Yeah.
You know? Um,
Focus on
but
what you can control, right?
yeah. Which episode do you think had the most powerful message?
Oh boy. I really loved the message of the last one that we were able to work on together, Monica.
Mm.
The teen hacker saves billions. That no matter what happens in your life, you always have the opportunity to flip that around
Yeah.
if need be, and no matter what age. I think it's fortunate for Devin's character that he got that lesson at a young age. But I mean, even if you're later on in life, you can change your life whenever you want to. I really like that one.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can always change your destiny.
it
Yeah.
does. It actually helped me to see things differently. If I never watched Starman, I probably would have pounded that guy in the face. What do you mean? Oh, touching your stuff. Oh, how about this? How about this? And how about this? Start a fight in Walmart. You're banned. No, but basically, you got to be respectful to everyone. So I just went, okay, sorry, guy. I apologize, and just walked out. But
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, it's amazing. Like some of these episodes just have a powerful message. Okay, now this is a tribute to you, Alex, but Monica, you can answer this one as well. So, if you could write your own Dhar Mann episode, what would the storyline be?
Oh
Go,
boy.
Alex.
Well, I mean, I think you've made the call for it. I need to play a good guy at this point. So I'd love to play someone that, saves someone's life or rescues them from danger. I think that would be nice.
Yeah, like
I
the one you rescue is a billionaire or something and pays for your mortgage. How about you,
Yes.
Monica?
Oh, please.
I would love someone to write about. Well, I'm hard of hearing. I wear hearing aids, and it's interesting. No one, I don't think anyone's ever commented on that, but a lot of times I can see them a little bit because sometimes I wear my hair back.
Mm.
But it's interesting because with hearing loss, people really feel for you if you're blind. If you can't speak, people feel for you. But not being able to hear well, it just irritates everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just something that people just are like, oh my gosh, I was at the store the other day and I needed to use the bathroom, so I asked for the code. And the woman is wearing a mask. She's an employee of the grocery store. She's wearing a mask and she's mumbling and I usually try to look at people's mouths. And I asked her about 4 times for the last number. I just couldn't make it out. And she screams at me and I just started laughing. And I look over to the girl next to me. I said, did you hear what she said? She goes, yeah, she said pound. It's pound. And I'm like, okay, thank you. I said, I wear hearing aids. She's wearing a mask. I just couldn't see her lips. But anyway, I think I bothered her. Anyway, so I would like to see a script where, someone's hearing impaired, they get things wrong, they misinterpret you, and then you find out, oh my gosh, I've been judging her. I've been thinking she's ignoring me. I've been thinking that she's mean,
Mm-hmm.
but she's really hearing impaired. She couldn't hear. So that I would like to see something like that. The other day I was
That's
walking
a
by this
great
guy
idea.
and I said hi and he didn't say hi back. And I got kind of like, well, how rude. We both live in the same neighborhood. But then I thought to myself, Monica, maybe he doesn't hear like you. So you need to also, you want people to be understanding. You have to be understanding. So I would love to see that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
I love
Monica, I
that.
remember you telling me about that Karen moment you had at one point when someone, what right do you have to talk to me or whatever? Remember that one?
Which one? Tell
The
me
one
again.
there was a time when you were saying that you were in line or whatever, and the guy behind you was dressed up like a clown, and he said something to you, and he said,
Oh, that
"What
was for
right do you
real.
have to talk to
Yeah,
me?"
that wasn't a Dhar Mann video. That was for real. Yeah.
Yeah, That
That
one, yeah.
guy. Yeah, I'm at a restaurant. Well, just so Alex doesn't think anything bad,
Hmm.
really quickly, what happened is we were going to the restaurant and we were in a car and the guy looked like he was going to hit us. And my husband and I reacted like, and my husband maybe honked or something. And then when we go into the restaurant, he's in line behind us and he asked us, "Why did you react like that to me?" And it's St. Patty's Day and he's dressed in full elf, like
Mm,
full
right.
costume. And he's like 40 years old. And he's asking us this. And I just said, I, I, I said, "You don't have permission to talk to us." Because I couldn't believe
Okay.
it's like, dude, we were reacting. You like looked like you were gonna hit us with your car. We were just
Yeah.
reacting. I mean, I can't help it.
Oh
And
man.
then you're in the restaurant. You want me to explain that to you? And it's like,
Yeah.
you don't have permission to talk to us. And he
Let's do
just
this over
clammed up really
appetizers. Here,
quickly.
come to our table.
Anyway, yes,
Oh
I
man.
guess the little Karen came out in me. But Chris, you said you were a Kevin once, remember?
Yeah, at work, and I regret that because I almost got him fired. I was just going through a breakup and other things, and my friend Lisa had a stroke, and it's she's it's I don't know it's and I was just like, get out, like, yeah, I became this really bad Kevin, and first thing I'm thinking, oh no, like I'm not like that, right?
Oh
But it's
boy.
just yeah,
Everyone's got a
Yeah,
bad
I wonder if I
moment.
should,
Yeah.
yeah, I might have to delete that part because I my boss knows that I do a podcast. We said don't mention anything about us, so I might have to delete that.
Hey, Chris, I have a question for you,
Yeah.
Christopher.
Mhm.
What kind of Dhar Mann video would you like to see?
I actually had one the other day, and I thought this would be a perfect script. So I was on the bus. You want me to share this little story here? Okay. So I was on the bus, and I got on the bus, and I sat down where the disabled people sit down. But I like to be near the front door to escape quicker, not because I'm disabled, but either way, it doesn't matter. I'm sitting there, and an elderly woman sits down beside this Asian woman, and says, "Go back to your country," and all this stuff. And dark skinned fellow over said, "Lady, that's racist." And I'm just sitting here thinking, is Darman somewhere around here? It just happened. I couldn't stand.
Wow.
I got off the bus so quickly, but yeah, yeah, and I'll probably write that one up and make that
Wow.
an episode. I've had a lot of stuff happen like that. I could write in the last 3 months. I could write 20 Darman scripts episodes. Oh yeah, it happens. Like stuff that Alex, the characters, and Monica, the characters, and everyone, Darman, those things happen. Karen's happened.
Yeah.
Kevin's happened. you know?
Yeah, a
So,
lot of
Yeah.
Karens on airplanes.
oh, that one,
A lot of
yeah.
airplane Karens. You were Kevin, Alex, right? When
I
you were
was.
sitting there. Yeah, and you were, I don't know, a lot of things about women not being very tech savvy. Did she like own the tech company that you were?
We were both applying for the same job, and then the CEO was
That's
also on the
Oh,
right.
flight.
Yeah,
So double whammy on that one.
yeah, double
yeah.
whammy.
That one, I remember that one. That was a good one. Yeah. So you just never know who you're going to sit with. You never know what's going to happen. AKA
Yeah.
the one with IJ Skameka and Alicia, and with Colleen Bowling. Remember that episode we just discussed where she became a Karen to IJ, not realizing that Alicia was the CEO of her financial company and fired her ass. That was
Yeah.
that's karma right there, and I've seen that happen. So when people say, "Oh, darn man sucks," and all this, no, it happens. I wouldn't be surprised if he had scripts that he did from people that wrote in, "This is what happened to me," and he does do that. He did the one for Eminem. He did an episode of Eminem, and just recently of
Yeah.
Jelly Roll. That was a good episode too. Like, yeah, I really appreciate this whole series. It's really changed my life. Um,
That's wonderful to hear.
yeah, Alex, what kind of roles are you hoping to explore in the future, Darman or otherwise?
Yeah, Darman or otherwise. I mean, it's gonna sound crazy, but I'd love to play like a killer, a crazy serial killer or something like
Oh,
that.
really?
Yeah, I've there's a lot of plays that I've done and read that I don't want to say have fun playing someone like that, but it's a really unique experience for sure. There was a play that I did several years ago called Never the Sinner, written by John Logan, and it's about Leopold and Loeb, and I was able to play Richard Loeb in that. And so not only getting able to do some heavy research into the time period and the case and learning about all the characters because it's based on a true story. I love being able to get into that historical aspect of it and do some research about who I'm playing.
But do you want to be remembered as one playing a serial? Like people say, look, this that actor plays a serial killer. You know, he's gonna kill me. Oh, you know. I'm sure that's what
I think
happened
as
with
long as
Anthony
they remember I'm
Hopkins.
an
People
actor,
see him
I'm
in
good.
public and they go, okay, you know.
Alex is like, yeah.
I mean, hey, like I said, to be recognized is one thing I'll be grateful for, whether it's for a good guy I've played or a bad guy I've played, anything like that. That's fine.
Well, Nurse Ratched, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, the
Yeah.
Louise, what was
Yeah,
her name?
Louise Fletcher.
Yes. Okay. So, she got an Oscar for that, and she knew it was going to kill her career, and it did.
Yeah,
Oh man.
That she just did this horrible, evil woman so well, and that was it for her. She won her Oscar, and I guess she went home, and that was it.
yeah, yeah.
Said the birds.
And the same. What's her name? The same that's played in Misery with James Caan. She won an Oscar too for that part. What
Yeah.
was her name? Oh,
Kathy
Oh,
Bates.
yeah,
Kathy
Kathy
Bates.
Bates.
Yeah, she won an Oscar for that, and she was
Yeah.
good. The only thing is that you're
Everything she does is fantastic.
typecasting, Alex, Monica, typecasting. Like you're taking your Karen home with you, taking your villain home with you. Is that a possibility, Alex?
You
I
go,
do a
Alex.
pretty good, like I said, I've got a good commute, so I've got a good amount of time to shed it off and put on some pump up music or something or a podcast and get it out of my system
Mhm.
and go home and enjoy my actual life.
I shake it off really fast. I mean, it's so um, not like me,
Yeah.
Even though the comments say things like, "I think she really is like that." I bet you anything she really is that, And I just go home and I'm thinking, "Oh my gosh, no! I wouldn't kick over an
No,
elote cart for crying out loud. I wouldn't spit a macchiato out at somebody." But
I'd buy it
but yeah,
out.
no, I shake it off. Yeah, you have time. Shake that
Oh
off.
yeah, it's
You better, or
acting.
you're gonna get your comeuppance for sure.
I just can't believe
Yeah.
people actually think it's real. It's just like, and how many comments I had to protect you, Monica. I said, "Oh, that's too many. I got to go to work." Okay, let's go. You
My
know?
husband scrolled through every comment to find your comment, Christopher.
Ah,
That's so
yeah.
funny.
I thought I made a screenshot and sent it to you, and didn't I? I think I did. Yeah. But yeah, fantastic acting, but it's not real. But it
Oh.
does happen. That's all you got to know.
It's kind of a
Um,
compliment, though, right, Alex? I mean, when they think
There
it's
is a
that
level to that where
real,
I'm like, you know what? I'll take it.
yeah, I'll take it.
I don't know who this person is, but hey, something I did affected them so much that they took time out to click comment and to type their thoughts and hit send, that's fine with me.
that's exactly.
You know,
Uh,
the whole point of acting is to make people feel something. I mean,
mhm.
that's what you're supposed to do, whether it's anger or it's frustration or it's sadness or what have you. So if you're not doing that, then you're not doing your job. Then what's the point, So I think all those comments are great. I don't
Mhm.
read too many of them, but I do read enough just to make sure that no one says something like, "Oh no, I think she's really that was very nice, Karen," because then I certainly didn't do any justice to that character.
Yeah.
I think I think you do really well with that character as a Karen. You do so good, and you also do good as the mother and the one who the nice character. Yeah, you can do anything. You're an actor. You're supposed to be able to do every character. Is there one that you don't want to do, Alex? Any type of character you don't want to do? Like, no, 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 no. I don't want anything to do with this.
I've done so many different things outside of Dhar Mann, and I'm kind of game for pretty much anything, to be honest with you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. That's cool. You ever consider directing or writing your own?
Yes. I do write. I've not directed anything. What actually got me into acting before I knew that I could do that oh, I want to be a director. So I remember third grade dressing up as what I thought a director looked like, and then finding out, oh, I can act. That's what I want to do, So I've always been interested in every aspect of filmmaking. So I'm doing my best to learn as much as I can about it right now and apply it. So absolutely, I'm up for
Monica,
anything.
do they ever ask any of the actors if they want to direct an episode or no?
Not in my experience, no.
No. How about you, Monica? Did they ever say, "Would you like to direct an episode"?
Oh, have they ever asked me if I would like to direct an
Yeah.
episode? No,
Mhm.
no, they have not.
Oh,
And that's okay.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I
Yeah.
like being in front of the camera. Yeah.
yeah. So, any of you have any dream collaborations you like to pursue?
Hmm.
Love to collab with just about anybody.
Yeah. I mean, there's, they say never meet your heroes, but I would love to work with some of my heroes.
I hope
How
I
about
see
yourself,
Alex.
Monica?
I hope I see Alex. I hope we get to do another. Uh, I'd like to play Alex's mother.
Hmm.
I'd like
Oh,
Alex to be a
interesting.
bad
Yeah.
dude, and I change him like Saint Monica, and
Yeah.
I change him,
Okay.
um, or defend him, or what have you. Or I have a scenario that we're grifters, like the movie The Grifters with
Hmm.
Angelica Houston,
Yeah.
and who played the son? Um, his sister is a big actress.
John Cusack.
Yes, Cusack. So we're grifters. And
Ooh,
yeah, wouldn't that be awesome? And then
that would
we,
be
of
very
course, get
fun.
our comeuppance. We try to, finagle IJ or
Ooh.
something. And then of course she's
Ooh,
too
I
smart
love
for it.
it.
Isn't that great?
Or
That
how
sounds
Yeah.
about,
awesome.
or people don't expect this turnaround where you turn in your own son and he goes to jail and you're the one that, and in the end, like after 10 years, you become a lawyer and you try to get him out.
Ooh, wow. Lots of twists and turns there, Christopher.
I love it.
That happened.
I
That
love it.
happened. You didn't. If you read about it, it actually what happened. The woman's brother went to prison, and no matter what she did, that he went to prison for a murder he didn't commit. So she went to law school. She wrote the bar, and after 5 or 6 years, she was able to get him out.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So I
What a
mean, like,
story.
but it does happen. Yeah, a lot of these episodes of Dhar Mann, some of it's stuff. It's kind of like a fantasy, but a lot of it does happen in real life. I've seen stuff like is there a director here? Cameras anywhere? Because this is really you can't write it. You can't write this stuff.
Yeah.
So
What
it's
about
all
the
real
people
life.
that go to med school, right? To cure their sister has some disease. They go to med school to try to find the cure for it.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. Um, so two more questions here, Alex. I think you're gonna like the last one, but this one, how? Okay, even Monica, if you want to answer this one as well, how do you envision your career evolving over the next few years?
Hmm. It's tough to say because I mean, so much of my time is spent just sending out auditions and hoping I get something back.
Hmm.
I would love to continue the trajectory I'm on by just having the opportunity to work, whether it's on the short form content that we're doing with Darman, if it's voiceover
Hmm.
work, writing my own work and, getting my phone out and filming it. I just want to
Yeah.
keep seeing my career continue. I would love to do some feature films in the future as well. I think that would be really special.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you will. You just have to pursue that and just walk towards it, and you can do whatever you want to. I'll do the William Shatner. You can be anything you want to be.
That's
Bad, I know, bad
fantastic.
impression.
No, I loved it.
Um, what advice would you give to young actors trying to break into the industry?
Do it. Um, Honestly, there was a Seth Rogen quote that said
Mm,
essentially, if you give up, you definitely won't make it. But if you keep trying, you might. And I think it all boils down to that. I think don't put any weight on it happening overnight or, I want my career to be this person's career. No, your career is going to be your career. You can have elements of it that are similar, but you really need to find who you are first, or at least during the process of doing so. You know what I mean? So I really would just, I like I said, I was lucky enough to have family members encourage me to do it and support me in doing that. So if you're lucky enough to have that, or even if you're not, do whatever you can to keep moving forward.
Yeah, I had Glenn Chirac from the Little River Band on my program, and I asked him the same question. He goes, "Don't."
So the complete opposite of what I just said.
Yeah.
That's
But he
fantastic.
said he was joking, and then he came up with the same sort of thing. Just push hard till it gives. And don't give up. I know a few musicians who just they want to give up. Some actors who just want to give up because they can't do it anymore, or they don't enjoy it anymore. What do you say to someone like they come up to you and said, "I've been an actor for this long. I've been in Dhar Mann this long, whatever. I just don't want to do it anymore because I don't enjoy it anymore." What would you tell them to invigorate them again?
I mean, for sure, validate. Hey, that's totally valid if that's how you're feeling. If you want to take a break, you can take a break for
Mm.
20 years and come back. That's the beauty of something like this, is
Mm.
that you can take as much time off as you want. I know I've had a few projects where it's like, oh, I really want to get this one. And then if it doesn't work out, I always say give yourself that 24 hours to feel everything you want to feel about that. But when those 24 hours are up, send in your next audition. Start writing another thing. You know, feel your feelings, honor how that makes you feel inside, but then just keep going.
Yeah. Um, I have another episode on Wednesday with one of the brand new faces of Dhar Mann, and she gave me her little dossier, little bio, and she said that she was on nursing school for a year. She didn't enjoy it anymore. She said, "This is not what I want to do." And then she started to pursue acting, and she loves it. And she's been in 4 or 5 Dhar Mann episodes so far.
That's
So it's
beautiful.
interesting. Yeah. So, like, I might here. You know what? I'm just gonna instead of editing this out, I'm just going to pause it for a minute. So that's it. Yeah. But thank you so much, Alex, for being on the program, and Monica, thank you for being my co-host for this one. Oh, I loved it.
Oh, thank you for allowing me to be here, Christopher. I loved it, and I loved getting to know Alex, and the stuff you said, Alex, was really moving to me.
Oh,
I
thank you
guess we all
for,
go through the same stuff. Yeah, we're
oh,
not that different,
100%. I think there's a reason these videos get 50,000 views on them. It's because we all see ourselves somewhere in the story. You know what I mean? We all are a lot more connected than we'd like to think. So it was great getting to chat with you too, Monica. I know we had a little bit of time on set, but it was nice to get to know you a little bit more as well. And Chris, thank you so much for having
You're
me.
very welcome, Alex. Thank you so much for responding to my questions, even though some of them were kind of like, "What? What?" I appreciate that.
No,
Chris,
absolutely. I loved it.
when Chris and I do our next Starman together, you got to have us again so we
Yes,
can talk about
please.
it
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
after it comes out
Yes,
and everything.
definitely.
there you go. Let me
I
know.
Yeah, I actually um okay, I'll tell you guys. So in first week of August, and I've already set it up with Angelina Kerner and waiting for Vanessa. I'm having an actors forum. Are you interested in joining us?
Which day was that?
It could be August 4th because Angelina can only do it on the 4th, but I'll let you know as soon as everyone sends me their stuff.
Yeah, let me know. I can check everything out and see if I'm available for
Yeah,
that. That
sure.
sounds like it'd
Let
be
you know. And you
awesome.
too, Monica. But you don't have an email, so I'll have to send you the link on
Yeah,
Instagram.
August 4th
Yeah,
sounds good to me. Just
I will.
send me a
Sounds
message.
good. Okay, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. You just, yes, definitely. Thank you. Alex is like, yeah,
Hey,
there we
I
go. Okay, so
love it.
Thank
thank you,
you.
everyone. Wait right there.
See you soon.
Okay, everyone, we're going to end the stream. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye, Monica. Bye, Alex. 1 second.